Hello and welcome. This video is one of a short season on how yoga can help combat stress in the workplace and at home. We're Yoga Dharma and we're doing this in association with Southeast Essex and Central Mind. So this particular video is going to focus on how simple breathing exercises, some classic yoga pranayama techniques can help combat stress. So the first practice we're going to use is something called samadhi, and it just means equal breath. So I'm going to get you to find a comfortable seated position for yourself. So it might be like me, kneeling. If you need to, you could lay down on the floor. You might want to sit with your back against a piece of furniture and with your legs outstretched. Any of these positions is absolutely fine. So yoga tells us that that noise in the mind that we all have, if we sit still from time to time, we close our eyes, there's usually lots of noise in the mind, lots of thoughts coming and going. Now yoga tells us that the mind is fired by the breath. So if the breathing is agitated or short, it creates an agitated mind with lots of thoughts darting this way and that. So the purpose of this particular video is to help us start to control the breath, start to regulate the breath, so we start to regulate that noise in our mind. So we're going to get that comfortable position, and when you're comfortable, I'll get you to close your eyes. So there might be some pauses during this exercise, and I'll let you know when those pauses are about to happen. And they're going to be there for you to start to simulate the practice, or they might be for another option for you to make yourself more comfortable from time to time. So as we make ourselves comfortable now, I'll get you to close your eyes and just get used to the sound of your breath for a moment. Just get used to the inhale and the exhale. Just start to think about your breath for the moment. Start to turn your awareness a little bit more inside. Start to bring it down towards the tip of your nose. See if you can bring the breath towards the tip of your nose. So how does the mind feel today? Is it noisy? Is there lots of activity in that mind? And that's quite normal if that's the case. But just keep bringing your awareness back to the tip of the nose. So as I said a moment ago, this practice is called samadhi, or equal breath. And it is one way that we can start the process, start the journey of regulating and controlling our breath, our inhales and our exhales. So we're going to start to breathe in and out, but we're going to count the breath in and count the breath out. So this could be as easy as 2 or 3 in, or 2 or 3 out. Just give yourself a few moments to get used to counting the breath in and out. And the more you turn your awareness to the breath and the tip of the nose, the more you get used to counting it, the less activity you'll start to feel in the mind. So we don't want to force the breath in any way. We're aiming for a slow, comfortable, relaxed inhalation and exhalation. So never take the breath into the head. Always keep it below the bottom of your neck. And just start to allow the space in your chest and your tummy for the breath to come into the body. And as you relax yourself on the inhale, just allow the space to recede so the breath then can go outside of the body. So we're either making the space for the breath to enter the body, or we're taking that space away so the breath can leave the body. So it becomes quite a natural, rhythmic process. And it's more that we're observing ourselves while we're doing this. Now we might start to notice one or two pauses between the breaths. Start to notice a slight pause either after your inhalation or exhalation. Now we're not forcing ourselves to hold the breath, but just allowing a slight pause to happen between the breaths. It's in that space between the breaths where the mind starts to slow down. You start to notice just a bit less activity. And there is a place of stillness there between the breaths. It might just be a slight pause. And just allow your awareness to sit in one of those pauses, but continuing to be aware of the rhythm of your inhales and your exhales. Okay, so we can end that practice there for the moment. Now at this point, if you feel that you need to change position, you can do that. We'll just take a pause before we begin the next practice. Okay, so we're going to make ourselves comfortable again. Either laying on the floor, kneeling, or sitting with your back against a piece of furniture. And once more we'll close the eyes, and once more we begin to notice the breath at the tip of the nose. And we can keep the breath even for the moment. So this is a technique called vagal nerve toning. So right down the center of your body from your brainstem, there's something called the vagus nerve. And it connects to most of your bodily functions and organs. And if we're in a particularly stressed state, if we find that we're short of breath, we have a tightness in the chest, or we have a stressful situation around the corner, and it's most likely that we're going to be quite fired up. And this means that vagus nerve gets quite active, and it stimulates our heart rate, our respiratory system. It makes everything work faster. So this technique, this exercise, is to help calm down that nerve. So as we begin to be aware of the inhales and the exhales, I want you to take the breath lower down into the bottom of your abdomen. And start to feel the tummy expand on the inhalation and contract on the exhalation. And again, we're not forcing the breath in any way. And we're going to begin to consciously slow down the breath. So take a slightly longer inhale and a slightly longer exhale. Keep the breath as low down as you can. And now we're going to start to let the exhale get slightly longer and deeper than the inhale. So let's say your inhale is about 3 seconds. And you can let your exhale go on for 4, 5, or maybe 6 seconds. So have a few goes at that. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you get used to that longer, slower exhalation, you'll find that the mind and the body begins to calm down. Just notice the calming effects that longer, slower, deeper inhale and exhale has on the body and the mind. This is a simple technique that you can use at any time. Okay, after the end of your next exhale, let's finish the practice there. Let's all come back into the room. Okay, and again, these are simple exercises you can do any time. And with practice, you will find the benefits are quite instant. Just any time you feel stressed, under pressure, just take a moment and start to take your awareness to your breath, even the breath out. And you can even try the other exercise where you actually slow those breaths down. So that's slowing down the rate of respiration. Bring it down to about 6 breaths per minute. Taking the breath in and out of the belly, exactly how babies breathe. A very restful, deep sleep that you see babies in. Okay, that's all from Yoga Dharma TV today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It will be brilliant if you could like the video. Subscribe will be even better information. If you've got any questions anytime, let us know. Thanks for now. Bye-bye.